Well, good morning. You will almost definitely now be aware of the Prime Minister's statement to the nation last night that has placed us on lockdown. As a church, this means that in line with all Church of England church buildings across the country, our church building in Highbridge will remain closed for at least the next 3 weeks. This is the right thing to do. As a curate, our house is a 10-minute walk from the church building, so I will not be going to the church building myself unless it is absolutely necessary. If I encourage you to join me in prayer from your own home, then praying from my own home is also sufficient. I am reminded myself and would like to remind you that the church is not the building itself, it is the people. The church is not the building itself, it's the people. The church is the people of God, and the people of God spend most of their time in the community in which they live and work. Yes, our church buildings are visual reminders to our community of the presence of the Christian faith. But when visitors come to our church buildings, it's the people they meet, the welcome they receive, and the faith of the people they encounter that is what ultimately reminds them of God's love for them. So the challenge to us, the church in Highbridge and the church beyond, is to be the hands and the feet of Jesus in our community. That's a challenge that has always been before us. But at this time, we can start by listening and following the advice given by our government, which is to stay at home, only leaving our houses in order to shop for basic necessities, but only infrequently. Once a day to exercise alone or with one other member of our household. If we are in medical need, and of course if we are travelling to or from work, but once again only when this is absolutely necessary. I do sincerely encourage you all to listen and act on the advice of the government out of love and care for ourselves and our neighbours. But I also encourage you to take seriously that recommendation from the government to go outside and exercise if you are physically able. This will be helpful for your mental health, and it is good to get outside in the sunshine. I know that I need to do this for myself. And as I take a short walk around the streets where I live, I will be praying for the people who live in each house, those I know and those I do not. And I encourage you to do the same if you feel able. If you cannot go for a walk, but you can get out into your garden, then perhaps go there and pray for your neighbours. And if you need to stay indoors, then pray from there. Do keep your eyes open for the different ways that you see God at work in your community, in our community. And do share these in the comments. They'll encourage me as I seek to serve you and remind us all that we may be physically distant, but we can be united in our prayers and in our faith in Jesus. So my friends, do please take care, stay safe, and keep in touch.